Welcome back to Central Valley Talk. If it's Thursday in the 11 a.m. hour, you know what that means. Our show's authors and artists and other creative people as well. Since COVID, we had to learn the Zoom technology where we talk to authors from all over the world. But one local author, Susie Harder, who's been on our show many, many times, has been doing something really creative that started here in the Valley, and now it's gone worldwide. And we're going to talk to Susie in a minute. But first, to explain things a little bit, please watch this video.
My whole outlook in working with kids is all of the ideas that our kids have. Let's really honor that. Let's validate those. Let's show them that their voice matters. Last year's book started as a small community project to help our local kids, and then over a few months grew to include students from 41 states and 26 countries that were coming together to help make a book to support kids in need. What if you knew a best-selling children's book author and they said, hey, I would love to go into your classroom or your child's classroom. What if we just included them in the whole process? That's what we did. Showing kids that this is you get to decide this. You know, I jokingly said at the beginning, but then it became a rule of no adults can vote. This is only for kids. All of our collaborations are what's going to make that really special and neat. They need something they get to do, not something they have to do. Let's do something that's fun.
I hate writing.
So guess what? You get to write the words for this book.
Wait, I do? I thought this was just a normal storybook. I wrote, hi, my name's Ava. I love animals, especially my dog Charlie.
It supports kids, it supports teachers, it supports principals, and also it supports parents. The story itself is kind of like, you know, this one part. So at the end, kids will have a book that they helped make. And my hope is that when they hold that, they're going to have this sense of ownership and this empowerment and this memory and like a forever bond with a book, and hopefully maybe even a forever bond with literacy.
It feels pretty cool to be a published author.
It's pretty awesome. It's kind of cool.
Parents have said, you know, this has made my child happy, and I haven't seen that version of my child in so long. If I can give you a child that is motivated and excited and happy and feels connected to something, then that's a wonderful thing to be able to provide.
And joining us live, not in the studio, but live over Zoom, is the creator of Authorable, Susie Harder. Wow, Susie, that's all I can say. These kids wrote a book.
That's amazing. Thanks for having me back.
My
I'm
pleasure.
so excited to be here today.
So tell us how this started, where it is now, and where it's going.
Yeah, it really evolved from the kind of clinical side of me, the clinical background that was dedicated to let's help kids feel heard, seen, and motivated, inspired. And during COVID kind of, you know, came to a head, we really need to be doing something. Yeah. And started locally with supporting kids who lost homes in the Creek Fire. And then very quickly was just kind of this model that kids gravitated toward. And so we ended that first book, and we had kids from around the world who were saying, oh my gosh, can we help publish more books? And so it's kind of like the clinical side met the book publishing side and said, okay, well, let's not only have them participate and kind of see a book, but let's take them behind the scenes and give them the journey and have them go along the journey with us. And then when they hold that book, they're going to feel like, I was a part of this. Yeah. And so that's what makes it special for me.
What is it about nominating a school?
Yes. And so how Authorable has really grown and emerged, and it's been a crazy journey, is that we now allow schools to participate at the school level in helping us create and publish books. Mm-hmm. And so we have 100 sites worldwide, but we had selected 12 from the Central Valley. Okay. And so from Clovis Unified, Central, out in Sanger, all over the place, St. Anthony's, and they have been part of this cohort, and all of their students get to go behind the scenes with us, and teachers access it, and it just makes it really fun. You know, they're working on so many things related to, I don't know if it paused, I apologize. They're working on so many things related to writing and reading and making it fun. Mm-hmm. And we said, well, why don't we just help? And we'll just help make books fun and writing fun. And so we take them behind the scenes. And then here is our book that is publishing on Saturday.
Nice. Oh, yeah, there's a new book coming out. That's right. What is this book? Tell us about that. Is this written by the kids?
Wish. And surface level, it's a girl going on a journey and she makes a wish. And so it's themed on this concept of if you could change or fix something in the world, what would you wish for? And so all of the kids are actively making their wishes too, which those ones are, and there's some in the actual book. But then it's this girl on a journey. Really what we're doing is we're kind of taking the book publishing process and breaking it into chunks and then applying kind of these very cool topics to it and saying, writing is writing, but actually, you know what it is? It's anchoring your idea.
Right.
So you can share your idea with other people. And how amazing is that? And let's kind of go away from, editing and grammar for a second and just think about how cool that you get to have a story that you get to tell. And so this book is really themed on empowering kids meaningful changes in the world. And the twist that I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna
this little twist.
I was just gonna show some of these pictures we had. Are these
amazing? The
kids actually working on this book or another book?
This book.
Oh, it is. These are the people who did this book. Wow. A classroom full of kids. They're all leaning forward and paying attention.
Yeah, I think that's one of our classrooms in London, and they had the sweetest chant for me. I got on Zoom one of the days, and they had like best author ever.
Now,
I mean, they're just so sweet and excited. And
now, are they looking at you? Are they looking at you on video? Oh, I see.
And so I'm the lead author.
We have another graphic, kind of I think it shows maybe the process of putting together the book.
Yeah, so the twist kind of halfway through, because they just think they're going through the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And then I get to stop and say, you know what? Your ideas are so important. What if we have your words in this book? I'm going to call the printing press and tell them, don't put my words in. Let's leave it blank. So that way, and you know what? I'll be your guide. Let me be your author guide. And then, so what it actually looks like for kids is they go through and they're journaling and writing the book alongside us. And so they have a fully drafted version. So here's our book that's coming out on Saturday.
Right.
But when it arrives to schools, they have, written their draft and they've been involved the whole time, but it comes blank. And so it's ready for kids to write their work into the book itself. And so then they have this keepsake of them as an author at, third grade. They have their About the Author page. And then we celebrate them as authors and part of our publishing community and just make it really fun and take away kind of the nitty gritty.
How many schools have been through it? How many are going to do it? And this thing's worldwide, right?
It is. It has been phenomenal watching the evolution of this. And so the system that we created and patented allows thousands, if not millions of kids to be involved in real time as we're creating a book. And so the possibilities are endless. We have our main illustrator for this book's in Ukraine. And so we have a number of kids in Ukraine that joined in South Africa, London, Egypt, all kinds of fun places. And so it's as much a way to reconnect and to kind of bring things together and then do something together and then celebrate that hard work.
Can our viewers find out more at authorable.com?
That is a perfect spot for them to go. And if they're a community member that's wanting to participate or help in some way, we are accepting donations to help some of our kids in low-income areas get a copy of this book that's coming out. Also, if it's someone in the teaching community, they can request demo access and just kind of go play around and have fun. And really, we just need people to nominate schools because we have a couple of spots left for summer, and then we just opened up enrollment for next fall.
Yeah, and we put the email address on the screen, nominateaschool@authorable.com. This seems like an awful lot of work, Susie.
It's a ton of work. I think anyone who works with kids would agree that you do it because you love kids, not because it's easy. And so I have a wonderful team with me and beside me, and our team of teachers and kids make it all worth it.
Yeah. I could talk to you all day. We're running out of time. What else do you want our viewers to know?
just thank you for being part of our community and part of the group of people that are helping us empower kids. My whole goal is to help kids feel heard, seen, and empowered. And we have just a wonderful community here in the Central Valley that's supporting this mission. And so thank you.
Very good. Thank you for your time, Susie. I'm just blown away by this incredible opportunity for kids. And
it's been so wonderful. Thank you again.
All right. We'll be back with more Central Valley Talk right after this.